back when I'm going full speed. Live fast, drive fast, like 200 on the dashboard. Ooh, it's my way, even if it is a crash course.
So we're gonna do a walk around the BRZ. I guess we can start with like the aesthetic stuff. So this car's pretty much built only for aesthetic stuff, just because anything with the engine is gonna be very, very expensive, and you need to tune for literally anything. So we can first start off with the exterior. This car is lowered on Tein Street Advanced Z's, so they're a little bit different than the street bases. The only thing different, I believe, is just the dampening. I think the spring rate and pretty much the whole entire build of the coilover is the exact same. So the front right here is maxed out with the colors removed. So as you can see, you know, it is tucking just actually I might be just perfectly flush, which is pretty much what I wanted. I didn't want anything too crazy because, you know, this is my daily driver. I drive it literally everywhere, and even now I scrape, and I wouldn't even consider myself low. I'd say it's about decently low. Let's see. And then I have the Bryson R Sideskirts, which are I believe the T style, which is technically like the TRD style. I couldn't find authentics. Authentics are stupid expensive. I think they're about $300-400 used. So if you were to like do the math, if you're gonna send it off to paint, it's literally gonna cost you a fortune. But that's what you want for real stuff. I just got these rear spats on today, literally today. I painted it with some like some glitter kind of like top coat. So I don't know if you can kind of see it. In the back we have VLAN taillights. These are pretty cool. These are pretty cheap. The cool thing about the VLAN taillights, there are sequential taillights. So let's see. So yeah, they're sequential, which is one of the things that I really liked, because I did want to go Tom's taillights, but I couldn't justify spending like $400 or $500 for them not to be sequential. But I think I'll be getting rid of these pretty soon, whenever I get the money to trade up. And so let's see, I have matching VLAN headlights. So these are also sequential. A lot of people have these headlights. These are pretty popular just because I think just the boomerangs, right? So the boomerangs look pretty sick. So with these headlights, so these are actually from VLAN itself. They're not OLMs. OLM, the difference is that they come with bulbs. This does not. So if you're looking for a bulb to put in these, D2S with the ballast, mine are 6K. They're pretty blue. I wouldn't be able to say I can see a lot of things, but that's what works for me. Let's see, I have an eBay front lip, pretty easy to install. And I guess we can talk about the biggest thing, that pretty much my favorite thing about the car, is the wheels. So if you know me, I'm kind of a dick about wheels. So pretty much I love real wheels. That's just pretty much who I am. I was raised by some GDM gods. So I'm not going to show you this. I'm actually missing a stud. So we won't talk about that. So these are Gramlights 57DRs. These are 18 by 9.5 plus 38, which is kind of like the basic spec for BRZs. As you can see, it sits pretty flush. It's actually pretty sunken in, to be honest. I thought I was gonna have a lot of fitment issues, but I don't. So as you can see, I don't really have any fitment issues. I'm only running like -2 degrees of camber, maybe just about -2. I thought I was gonna have a lot of trouble because these coilovers don't adjust camber, which is like the shitty thing, but that's what you get when you pay up the price for it. So this is just with the camber bolt. I would say without with the collars, I was actually sitting maybe about an inch higher. So right now, this is as low as I can get it. And then you can see I have a Mtec lugs. So the one thing I didn't know is that when you get wheels, aftermarket wheels, you have to get new lugs. So add that to the list. And I also have the race center cap and stock brakes. And these are also wrapped in a 225/40/18, which is a tiny bit of stretch. You know, sorry for all the track guys, but I wanted something to make the wheel stand out a little bit more, just because when you add more meat, the wheels look small. But now without the tire, pretty much, or with a little bit of stretch, I think it looks perfect. Oh, okay, so then pretty much this suspension is pretty much everything stock, not even like lower control arms. So I have stock lower control arms. I do want to put them in, but I think I'm gonna wait till I get tow arms. That way it can be fully adjustable. But I don't have any issues at all. I only have one issue, and it's a clicking noise. But I think because when we took out the strut to take out the collars, we messed up. So that's like the only thing. So I need to replace that. I've gotten like 4 alignments within the past 3 months, which suck ass. Thank you for buying my car parts. Oh, they're going. So for an exhaust, I have the MXP Comp RS, which is I think it's a pretty nice exhaust for what it is, especially for the price. It's not super loud, but it's not super quiet. It's definitely something a cop would probably pull you over for if you're just being a dick. And it does pop, so I'll give you a sound clip. Yeah, as you can see, the car pops. It only pops. I'm not really too sure when. I think when the car is slightly warmed up, but when it's really hot, it doesn't pop. It pops more like pretty much like that when it's a little cold. Talk about the interior of the car. So I've done a lot to the interior. One thing I really want to do is my ultimate goal. If you know me, you pretty much already know what I'm about to say. But I want bride seats so bad because bride seats are just like the ultimate, like I don't know, interior goals kind of thing. As you can see, it's all pretty much stock. I left it all pretty much stock. Besides, I have a new head unit, which I'll kind of get into detail about. Billet work shift knob. The trim is black, so I traded with my buddy. This is more of like the FRS carbon-ish. So another thing with the interior is I would kind of consider it's like the drivetrain. So in the shifter, I have the Mtec shift spring, and I think there's another one. No, I think it's just a shifter spring. So as you can tell, I'll put this down so you can see. But as you can tell, it's a little bit more, I want to say stiffer. So it'll go into gear a lot easier. Because before it was a lot more loose, right? So my issue with this car, driving it specifically, is that going into 5th is so far that sometimes when I let go, I grind going into 5th. So I'm not fast enough. So I do want to get a short shifter, but I'm not even sure what type of short shifter. Just because the one that I want is like a reduced kind of throw. So. And they're all discontinued. So that's my life. Everyone loves this about my interior. Anytime I post about it, you guys are always asking, what is this? Which is the Starlight.
System ready.
The Starlight headliner, right? That was probably one of my God, that thing's so annoying. Okay. That's probably one of the most requested things that I've been asked is, how do you do this? I made a video actually. I actually made a video about how to do it. So if you want to do it, I'll leave the link right there. It's fairly simple for cars with headliners similar to like cardboard. That's what I would say. Because if you have to flock it, that's another, I want to say like hour and a half. And I don't like flocking stuff because it's never the same as OE. But yeah. So with this, you can change the colors of it, right? I'll pop the hood. I really don't have much in the hood, just because, like I said, anything to do with this car and power, you're already just kind of asking for trouble. So let me go ahead and pop the hood. So pretty much there it is. It's pretty much all stock, besides the strut bar, which I'm missing a bolt because I lost that the coilover bolt, so I replaced it real quick. FT86 Speed Factory strut bar. So I do want a Cusco one, but I actually got that one for a really good price. And then I have a Perrin cold air intake. That one's kind of a bitch because you have to take off the bumper to clean it. As you can see, the filter is actually in there. And then you can see my wonderful wiring job to my headlights because I wanted the daytime running lights to be on all the time. So the only way to do that is to tap into a fuse, such as like the regular daytime running lights. So yeah, that's like the only thing. Everything in here is pretty much stock. I plan to keep it like this until I go force induction. I do want to go turbo, but I won't do that until like I get another car. That way I don't have to solely depend on this car to always be, you know, up and ready. My other favorite part is this battery tie down. Very JDM view of my car. This is kind of like a cool thing to record just because it's I would say I'm nearing the end of phase 1. So the only thing to complete it is the 2017 bumper and the bride seats, and after that I am done. And then on phase 2 is gonna be bags. That's always kind of been the setup for this car. So the whole entire idea of this car was to make it to Weekfest and be one of those kind of cars. I just always wanted this car to be a show car with a little bit of power, something you can drive around town and, you know, break some necks on the way there. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see like everything you've done to the car like finally work out. So I just want to make this update video just because the last time I kind of saw this car on camera was when it was on the stocks, and like none of this was done. So
Seriously.
yeah. What is your favorite part?
I'm talking to Auntie Call.
Favorite part? Name one part in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8.
The engine.
Ooh. What is that kind of an idea of what the next phase is gonna look like for this car? So I do want to put it on bags. I think bags have always been the goal, and I know all the static people punching the air right now, like, don't go bags. I'm sorry, I just have to go bags. Bags are just cool. And I'm pretty much just gonna copy Thompson's build. I think Thompson's build was probably the cleanest car I've ever seen in my life, besides a couple obviously exceptions. But that's kind of what I want to do. And then after that, I do want to turbo it, and then garage it, and never touch it again, because this is too much. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do. That's one thing you guys for watching. I probably would do a little more car stuff, but you know, I'm just really busy. But here's how it looks. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.